Customization for a Belfast style sink. So yeah, have a look at this.
This is the sort of standard size method unit, I think they call it, for kitchens. We're going to be chopping one of these up and customizing it today. You just want to measure your depth and your width, so get those two measurements. So yeah, what you're going to do is draw a line here, the measurement here, and what you'll find is it doesn't quite reach up to the end, so you can cut this like L shape out here, which we've already done over here. So this is what it looks like once you've cut it out. Hi guys, so I just wanted to show you this stage. So I've cut the L shapes, as you can see. Next stage, you have to get yourself a nice bit of wood. In this case, I'm using scaffold board, which is nice and sustainable. So cut the length to 60 centimeters, which is standard cabinetry unit Ikea kitchen sizing. And yeah, so place them up, make sure that they are looking good, and more importantly, get your bubble in the middle. It's looking pretty good. So yeah, now we've just got to attach them. So I'm thinking, got a couple of options. Might run some wood up there and just screw it in. Yeah, coming on nicely, and I will report back to show you the final stages. This is actually quite an important bit, so make sure you're listening. So when you get to the stage, just before you put everything together and secure things in, just plonk your seat on top of the cabinet. Have a look to see if you like the positioning. Obviously, move it around as and when to your kind of till you're happy, really. But yeah, as you can see, one of our boards, one of our scaffold board shelving pieces, obviously blocks a sink. So you just need to mark it with a circle, just as a kind of an area to aim at when you need to take it, when you need to cut this part out, because this bit here is going to sit in there, and that in turn will sit on top of this. So this part will go under your sink, through, and you'll pop this on. Obviously there's some seals around there that you need to bear in mind. So yeah, exciting times, it's coming together. As you can see, there's the mark that we made for the drainage, the sink, for the hole. I'm actually going to give myself like a bit more to play with, so I'm gonna make it a bit bigger, because it just it's just, you got to consider wiggle room basically, just in case things don't go quite to plan. You need to be able to pull it and tug it around just to make everything work. But yeah, just bear that in mind. Right, so I've decided that this is probably one of the best methods to secure these two shelves together. So I've just measured from the back there to kind of so that's going to be, I don't know if you can see that, I'm just going to screw it down to there so that we've got a nice bit of extra strength, and yeah, it's going to sit on there nicely. Same with this side. Yeah, that's going to sit under there. It's going to give it a nice little overhang just to rest on the actual unit. Obviously bear in mind where your hole is going to be going for your plumbing. I think I'm just about going to get away with it with this kind of thickness brace. So yeah, that's going to go under there, onto there. It's going to screw it in. Yeah. Okay, so this is the finished article. Well, not quite finished, but I've screwed on those bits. You've got the overlaps, and it sits absolutely flush to the unit. I'm just getting a feel for where it's going to sit in the kitchen. We've got this L coming around, and we're going to have a little bit of a tiny kind of cabinet there with some pigeonholes for bits and bobs, just as kind of like a design feature, so that you know, that you can't see this part here, you won't be able to see that, but you know, you'll be able to see the front still, which is more kind of traditional. But yeah, looking down, just lining up your plumbing. I mean, I've kind of obviously made a hole there just for the waste pipe sewage water. So yeah, as you can see, I need to probably trim it to about, you know, somewhere around there, so that I can get this bad boy on, which is just simply gonna screw into, obviously one bit's gonna go there, the other bit's gonna go there, and attach to the bottom part of this drainage thing, the sink plug hole thing. But yeah, that'll be popping out there, then it'll connect to this, and then go that way. So, almost done. Just a few little bits and bobs just to kind of secure it. This is just going to be acting as a spacer. I'm going to be putting, like, obviously because the surface is going to come up to about there. So yeah, I wasn't quite flush with that bit. So this bit's going to act as a spacer. So it's nice and flush so that your work surface can sit on top of there. It's going to go to the wall, and yeah, like I mentioned before, it's going to come there. We're going to have this tiny little mini unit here. So I think that's almost it for customization. I'll put up a little bit when the kitchen's all done, so you can actually see it in its prime. Obviously, I need to come and put the taps in, but that's all yeah, dependent on a few other things. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Make sure you check out my other videos, and thank you. I'll see you soon.